Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's energy update with me, Rebecca Meisel. Thank you so much for being here. We have quite the week ahead, so without further ado, let's dive into this week's themes. So our first theme that channeled through was releasing fear and letting go. So what channeled was all comes in time. Let go of regret, let go of scarcity and distrust. Good things come to those who wait. So what really was coming through is maybe a lot of us have had some setbacks recently. And throughout that, it can be really challenging for us to maintain our faith, to maintain grounded, and to also feel that hope for the future. Because when we have these discouraging things that happen, or these challenges that really come head on, and that's what they're kind of showing me, is like face to face with perhaps some of our harshest fears or some things that are really unexpected. We have to come to this mentality of empowerment and trust. And what was really coming through is these big fears around scarcity and these big fears around trusting the universe and trusting yourself and your own capability this week. So if these challenges have been really triggering or really throwing you off balance, they're just showing me like a whirlwind. So perhaps we're stuck in this wave of confusion or being swept up almost with all of these things that are raining down on us at this time. We need to allow ourselves to come back to center and recognize that these could be coming forward for us for a powerful reason to help us come back to trust and to help us come back to that safety and security that is within each and every one of us. It's within our power to give ourselves. So what channeled was setbacks have helped you get honest and see clearly. So maybe this has been the case. Maybe we have actually had these challenges for that reason, to help us see things for what they really are. And they just keep showing us, staring our fear in the face. So yeah, I feel like a lot of us have been triggered. A lot of us are coming to closure with these big fears and actually facing them. So that is challenging. That can be stressful. That can really almost like make us want to buckle to the pressure. But we have to start shifting our perspectives of things happening to us, but for us. So this kind of comes in with last week's theme of really embracing empowerment and letting go of victimhood. So get that bigger picture this week. I just heard step back, survey your situation, really get clarity around what the universe is showing you. Because a lot of times these things do come through for us with that intention to show us what we need to learn, to help us move forward. So what channeled next was you've built the inner strength and have the inner resources to navigate these challenges with ease. Stop and breathe. Let your intuition sing. Believe in your capability and see your strength. Embolden and empower yourself. Decide to choose you. What is the integrous choice? So with that, they're really bringing in this aspect of choice. All of us have a choice of how we are going to survey and move forward and experience these challenges. So they really want us to learn our inner resourcefulness, our inner strength and capability this week to help us face these challenges head on with empowerment and with this assurity that we are going to be okay. That yes, this might be a bump in the road. Yes, there might be some things that shock us or make us feel uncomfortable, but it's all necessary to help us grow. So how can we take this empowerment mentality and how can we consciously decide each day to choose ourselves and to give ourselves the space and the room to breathe? Okay, that was really coming through. So we might have had some triggers, and when we're triggered, we're in that fight or flight response. So it's very important that we don't instantly jump to those worst case scenarios. We take a step back, we take a breath, we take a moment and go, okay, what can I do? Where can I make change? How can I rebuild and create a new path where there was none? So they're really showing resourcefulness coming through this week where, maybe we're looking at a dead end. Maybe we feel we're at a dead end, like there's no options, there's nowhere else I can go, there's nothing else I can do. But they're like, there always is a path that you can pave. Where do you need to create your own path for life? Maybe it wasn't down the road you thought. Maybe it did lead you to this dead stop. But it's helping you understand where you are going next and the world and life you want to experience that is totally within your power to create. So I'm really hearing, get in tune with what you truly desire, what you truly need, and take those action steps forward to create this firm foundation for your life that can really spearhead these dreams. So our next theme moves into choices and decisions. What have you learned from the past? What repetitive patterns are surfacing now? Okay, so we need to do a little bit of this introspection and review this week. We might have a lot of choices to make this week. Maybe we're going to come across critical decisions in our lives. Maybe it's a make or break situation that we're facing. But we need to first gather the lessons learned so we can get this big picture, so we can move forward with less challenge. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, so we don't have to repeat any lessons. So we're really getting clear on what it is that we need to heal and work with, and closing off these chapters with integrity. So what have you learned? What has been coming up for you? What patterns have been surfacing? And how can you nurture yourself as you go through these challenges and through these fears? So what next channeled was nurture your inner child. And they really were showing me this little child in fear, like absolutely terrified and afraid. So maybe we're afraid of making the wrong choice. Maybe we're afraid that we are going to step into the unknown and be in danger. Maybe that feels dangerous to seek different choices than before and get out of our safe zone of what we are familiar with. Whatever this situation is for you, we need to continue to be our own best friend. So what really channeled was continue to nurture yourself, continue to hold space and compassion for your inner child who is afraid. We can't just bypass that. We can't force ourselves into it. And if we do, we're going to regret that because we're not going to have that pure foundation we're standing on of empowerment where it's like, okay, I know it's scary, but this is the right choice for me. We're going to move forward in love for ourselves and compassion for ourselves. And if we're scared, we're going to take a breath. We're going to take a moment. We're going to hold space. We're going to meet our needs as we move into this new space. So what came through is you need support. It's okay to make this choice for yourself, and you need to feel emboldened by those around you. So they really were saying allow yourself to seek out support this week and to practice supporting yourself. So how can you once more become your own best friend? How can you take your own hand and say, okay, we're ready to do this. It's okay for me to choose this. I'm giving myself permission to make this choice for myself because it is what is most loving for me. And we can do this. We're going to live a life of love. We're going to choose a life that is most loving for us. We can do this. So what channel next was, you know what you want. Listen. Foster your inner desire. Things are not going to be the same. It's okay to trust now. It's okay to let go now. Let things come and happen as they may. Take a chance on what is loving for you. See what is surfacing for healing now. It's time to make your own choices. Okay? So really beautiful messages coming through here. Sometimes it takes a lot of effort and self-honesty and analyzation to really come to the truth of admitting what we really want to ourselves. Sometimes we don't let ourselves go there. Sometimes we're afraid of the risk of what that might mean. If taking and claiming what we really want in our lives, it might let other people down. It might change our lives forever, right? And maybe these are these critical decisions and choices that we're making. Maybe we're choosing to really come out of our shell and be the full extent of who we are. And we might be afraid of those consequences. But what I keep hearing is what's meant for you will always be meant for you. And you cannot keep keeping yourself small by holding yourself back, by keeping yourself encaged. And they're showing me like a caged bird. And the moment we lift that cage, those bars are gone. It's like that's within our power. We can actually free ourselves. But once again, that is our choice. Maybe it's as simple as just facing those fears and freeing ourselves from those fears, going, okay, yeah, this is triggering, this is scary, but I can see how this is holding me back from doing what I really need to do. So we need to bolster our desire as well. So get clear this week. What is it that I really want? Can you dig in within yourself and get honest? Maybe my situation isn't what I really want anymore. Maybe things have shifted. Maybe things have changed. Maybe I'm not the same anymore. And I have to admit that to myself, that I'm different. Maybe I have to embrace these sides of myself that I found for a while undesirable. Maybe I'm learning to love myself just as I am, and that could be okay, right? Whatever the situation is, we need to bolster that belief in self and listen to what we truly want now. And we have to remove the fear, okay? Because what really comes through is we might have been very triggered and had a lot of trauma come up around these repeating patterns. So say your repetitive pattern has been in finances. Maybe you've had a really hard time maintaining financial well-being in your life. Maybe things have always gone downhill, or you start a new opportunity and it's wonderful, but then it kind of craps out at the end. It doesn't work out. You know, whatever that is, we have to change the story. So what keeps coming through is get clear on what that story is. What is the story you really believe? And I mean, we have to be honest. We can say all the positive affirmations we want, but if we don't believe them, there's no power. So we have to get clear. What do we really believe about money, as an example? What do we really believe about love? What do we really believe about what's possible for us? And are we limiting ourselves because of these belief systems? And how can we begin to trust that once we break this cycle, it's broken. It's not going to come back and get us again. We're leaving it behind. We're cutting the cords to that toxic energy. We're moving on. So we have to keep reinforcing that that same old story isn't going to repeat anymore. So they're saying you must consciously choose to break off this cycle, to end it here. So they're showing me the scissors and the thread. Cut that thread. Cut that cord to that energy. It's not serving you anymore. We need to stop the repetitive patterns that are repeating this loop of shame. That's what I keep seeing, is this constant loop of shame. I'm never good enough. I'll never be able to do this. It'll never work out for me. And in the meantime, you're shaming yourself this whole process. So what is that old story you need to let go of? It's outdated. It needs to go. It is not serving you. Cut it off. Okay, they're being very stern here. Cut it off. No more. It's now time to see the possibilities for your life and to trust. It's okay for you to trust now. Okay, trust yourself. Trust the universe. It's okay to let things go. It's okay to let the universe be your partner. It's safe for you now. in this place that you're at. It's safe for you, even if it doesn't feel that way. That's where we have to come back and nurture the inner child again and go, it's okay. It's okay. We can take a minute. We can comfort ourselves. I can hold passion and compassion for you. It's okay to feel afraid, but we know what we need to do. So let's take this leap together. I've got you, right? So take a chance on what is loving for you. See what is surfacing for what is healing now. So really move into that. What am I healing? Is this pattern ready to go? Is it ready to heal? Is it ready to come to reconciliation? Okay? And how can we now start making our own choices? So what really came through is we might be seeking outside of ourselves this week, where it's like, I need validation that this is the right choice. I need validation and help when it comes to not making a mistake and ensuring I'm making the right decisions. But we need to once again get clarity around what we want, not what others want for us, not what others might say. What is it that you need to know? All right, what is it your heart says? What is it your soul and your intuition say? We need to go in, okay? So what came through was take the leap into your new life. And we are here to support you. It was so beautiful. So the universe is our partner. It wants us to succeed. And sometimes it can seem like it's working against us, but it's not. It's always working in our favor. It is always helping us learn something. It is always there. So we need to trust that, and we need to call on that support daily this week. Keep asking the universe to assist you in continually taking the leap of faith, to continually choose yourself, and to continually choose what is loving for you. So we're healing hypervigilance this week. So it said, heal hypervigilance now. Trust you are safe and capable. You will not make the wrong choice. Believe in miracles and that they can happen in your life. Just reach out and take them. Celebrate your success. Celebrate and honor where you've been and where you've come from. Now is the time to shine. Belief makes manifest. So this was super cool. So once again, when we have this pattern of hypervigilance, we're we're checking every kitty corner. We're looking under every rock. We are making sure that there's no room for error. There is no mistakes. But once again, we're living constantly in a state of fear when we're hypervigilant. We're constantly surveying. Am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? Can we move forward? Will I make a mistake? That's no way to live. That's no way to live. That is not loving for you. And that is what the universe wants to affirm this week. It's like, we might have these tendencies like, I've got to make sure everything's perfect. Well, nothing will ever be perfect. So why are you holding yourself to this impossible standard? And how can we keep deepening our self-trust and resilience? So once more, trust you are safe. And to know you are so strong and so capable. And to trust the wisdom of your soul, right? So trust you're not going to make the wrong choice, because even if a seemingly wrong choice is made, you're always going to learn something from it. There's always something valuable you can take away from that experience. So I keep hearing, stop fretting, stop worrying. Give yourself the gift of love and grace, and let yourself come back to a space of peace. So I'm really hearing, once more, ground yourself this week. Really make sure you are connecting with earth energy, and to reignite your belief in miracles. I loved how this came through. Believe in miracles and that they can happen in your life. So once again, we might be feeling helpless. We might be feeling like nothing is working out. Things are seeming bleak. There will be no way we can reach our goal. There's no way that I'll be able to be successful. Whatever that story is, but belief makes manifest. And celebrate what good you have had in your life. Celebrate the success you already have had. Celebrate and honor where you've been and where you've come from. I love that. We need to spend time doing that. Yes, okay, we might not be where we want to be. That's okay. grieve that loss. Grieve whatever it is you are saying goodbye to. Honor that closed door. But then also take time to celebrate and honor the lessons learned. Celebrate and honor your former self for doing what that former you had to do to get to where you are now. Really give yourself praise. This is such good practice for us at becoming our own best friend, okay? So a lot of power in our beliefs this week, and we really need to be mindful of that. Whatever we believe is what's going to happen. So really get clear. What do I want to believe now, and how can I make that shift to make that reality manifest into form? So next we have a really big theme of money this week. So money mind is what came through. Cracking down on the numbers, taking action, and put away worries and put them to bed. So with this theme, we're getting a lot about anxiety and stress. And what I keep hearing is we need to just get to the truth. So a lot of us have been stressed over finances. A lot of us have been worried about the future, the way the economy is going, the house prices, gas prices, food prices. These are all very practical things that we need to survive. So the root chakra here is being very highlighted. That's our basic necessities, our basic needs. And we might be really worried about that right now. And all of the outside instigators may be saying yeah, you should be worried. So this is reaffirming a very powerful story that is really disbalancing the root chakra this week. So we need to be very mindful of that and clearing away those worries and fears. So this is where cracking down on the numbers is going to be so helpful for you. So for those of you who resonate with this theme, I'm really hearing we need to see to the truth. So if you've been avoiding your bank statements, if you're not sure of how much you actually make every month, if you're not sure what your bills actually add up to, all of those things are important to assess this week. And I'm hearing this actually going to be a very prevalent theme throughout this month of October. It's getting a lot of clarity around finances and around those numbers. So this is all coming through to help empower us. And that's what I'm really hearing. It's like once we get that clear picture and understanding of what we're really working with in reality, we can start building from there. So what channeled was take action and put any of your worries to rest. Leave nothing out. Take a hard and honest look at where any adjustments may be needed. What consequences have there been for your actions? Okay, harsh consequences, but quick relief. Pay ahead and reach a resolution. So this is very interesting what channeled here. So some of us might get a bit of a rude awakening this week. Some of us might have a little bit of an aha moment when it comes to our finances. Maybe we'll be like, ooh, okay, maybe I'm not where I want to be. Maybe we have been overspending. Maybe we've been living beyond our means. So we might have those consequences come in this week where we've been a little bit too, not frugal, the opposite of frugal. I don't know why I want to say frugal, but maybe we've been too frugal. That could be too. Maybe we need to spend some more money, who knows, on ourselves. But what I keep getting is this energy of, just really coming to understanding of our actions have consequences. So where are we placing our money? Where are we putting it? Is it where we want to direct it to? Is it flowing where it needs to flow? All of those things. And remember that money is an energy. So dictating that flow, dictating where it needs to be to get to where you want to be. So I'm really seeing that we might have some consequences to this. Maybe we're going, oh shoot, okay, I see where I made a mistake. But the biggest thing is we need to allow ourselves to course correct and come to that bigger awareness. Okay, that's all right. Where do I want to send it now? Right? So what I love with this was this pay ahead mentality where it's like, okay, recognize that every time you save $1, you are actually putting that as an investment into your future and into your goal and into what you really want for your life. So I just keep hearing some of us have been spending without a direction. So that's what I'm really hearing is we need to direct our finances and get very clear on where we're directing it with that pinnacle, that goal in mind. So they're just saying pay ahead. So every time you save, you are paying into that dream. You are investing into yourself. You are ensuring that this dream is going to happen. So this week we're getting a lot of practical advice, and I just keep hearing like the devil's in the details. Keep going over those details. Keep being mindful of everything you're spending, in the sense of not where we're micromanaging or getting too hyper vigilant again. We have to find that line and that balance, but where we're becoming aware of where we're directing that flow. So they're like, if you know you want to invest in some education, or you know you want to buy a home one day, or you know you want to take this trip, you know, that vacation, whatever it is, start making a plan. Start making it happen. Maybe some financial planning needs to happen, but trust and put that intention out to the universe, because we're getting a resolution. That's what I'm hearing. We're reaching a resolution this week. So what channeled was seek help and sort through the mess. See the blessings in disguise. It's time to be free and gain clarity on your path. You live in this world, and its time here is precious. Focus on what's truly important and don't ridicule yourself for past mistakes. You are free now. Take the lead in your life. Create the life of your dreams. So once again, they're really showing those firm and solid foundations being built, and to be proud of what you are building. So really coming through here that we need to focus on what we can do. So once again, not becoming a victim to what might happen this week, allowing ourselves to release victimhood and to criticize ourselves for the mistakes we've made, okay? Wherever that is in your life, wherever you're reviewing it, you know, allow yourself this gift of freedom and making that change. So take the lead in your life. We are creating our new chapter. So mourn the dream lost. Let go, as endings bring sweet relief and new opportunity. Open your eyes and see what lies ahead. Stay focused on your joy, okay? This was so beautiful. So once again, we need to honor the closed door. You know, maybe we've been knocking on a door for a long time. Maybe we're like, this door needs to open, this needs to happen, this is the way it needs to be. And maybe we're gonna have some awakening this week where it's like, no, actually that door isn't for you. I know it's what you wanted, but maybe there's something bigger on the way, right? So we need to mourn what we thought we were going to have and mourn that dream. Let it go. So I just keep hearing, in reality, it's bringing relief. It's bringing new doors. It's bringing new opportunities for us. So don't forget that big picture. Don't get so consumed by the loss of what you thought was going to be, or you thought what was, and stay focused on your joy. So play, have fun this week, and release tension. They're really emphasizing prioritizing self-care and those self-care actions, okay? Now, one thing that came up very quickly after this was using our voice. This is so interesting. Speak up and be heard. Leave nothing unsaid, okay? We're shedding and releasing the dense energies of the throat chakra this week. And what I was really tapping into is, once again, this theme of shame. Maybe shame around our truth, maybe shame around what we really want. It's okay to be honest and feel how you feel. Okay, so this was quite the loaded topic. There's so much going on in the throat chakra this week, and we need to ensure that we are loud and proud about our next chapter. Now, there might be some unsaid things that we need to actually speak up and say this week. Maybe we're upset about something and we haven't honored that. Maybe we're angry and we haven't honored that. Maybe we're sad and defeated and we haven't spoke it. We haven't said it. So we need to release these things. And I'm really hearing that it's okay to be honest with those emotions. Okay, so you feel how you feel. Let out those feelings. So what came through was, know you will get through this. Know you are stronger than you think. Really come to that energy of balance this week, where we are balancing the good and bad. So I keep hearing seemingly dark days don't always have to stay dark, right? There still can be good. There still can be joy. There still can be beauty, even in the hard times. So I'm really hearing, really remember balance. So we're wrapping up and tying off loose ends as this year comes to a close. So what came through was, the end of the year is coming up, just a few months away. We're going to be closing off 2023. So what has your year been? Review it. What lessons have you learned? What toxicities are you ready to leave behind? And how can we extend self-forgiveness? How can we let go of shame or criticism? And how can we truly stop punishing ourselves for any of these chapters that have closed? So what really came through is it's time to begin anew. So beautiful. So we're really being called to look to the future this week. Yes, we might have some challenges. Yes, we might have some heartaches, some sadness as we close off these cycles and close doors. But we need to remember and focus our joy and focus on love and focus on what is best for us as individuals this week, and to really let go and shed away anything else that is standing in the way of our dreams, of our integrity, of who we truly are. And it's beautiful. They just show me this bright, shining star. It's like we just had to get rid of all those clouds. We had to get rid of anything that was hiding your greatness, anything that's standing in the way of you truly stepping into all of you. And it might be hard to shed. It might be hard to say goodbye to those things. Maybe we wished those things could have worked out. But that being said, it's only clearing so we can shine brighter, so we can take center stage, and we can be celebrated for all of who we are in our entirety. It's so beautiful. So my friends, that's all I have for us this week. I really hope you enjoyed this week's reading. If it resonated for you, let me know. I love hearing your comments and your messages. It really inspires me to keep doing these readings. So thank you for each of you who show up and listen every week. It just warms my heart so much. So I'm sending you all so much love and light. Have a beautiful and blessed week, friends. Bye.